is convinced I'm pregnant and it's annoying me.
Well, are you?
Yeah, are you just being like, Mom, I'm not pregnant? She's like, no, something, Mercury, I'm getting a sign. My mom is normally very much a just yes kind of person. She's supportive, kind, reliable, and importantly, knows when to treat me like a daughter and when to treat me like a fellow adult who's capable of making her own decisions. So this current situation is out of nowhere and very annoying for me, but my fiance thinks it's hilarious. By the way, this comes from Cooler Beans 1981, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, a few months ago, I started a healthier overhaul of my life. I make sure I get a good night's sleep every night. I'm exercising more. I'm eating so much better than before. I've given up coffee and energy drinks throughout the day. You know, adulting correctly. Look at you go. A couple of months ago, my mother commented that my skin was glowing. I just reminded her that I'm being a lot healthier and it's probably showing in my complexion. Christmas came, and at Christmas dinner, she offered me a glass of wine. All she had on offer was Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Gris because she only drinks white wine, same as my mom. She loves Sauvignon Blanc. We always get her the New Zealand brands.
Shout out to Mrs. Donner.
No, just McFinnan. She didn't take his name, because she's freaking cool. And I'm going to do that too.
So you're going to be a Donner?
I'm going to be a Donner. I can't not be a Donner. That's like my whole thing. I can't stand white wine and only drink red, and my mom knows this. But because my skin is glowing and I turn down booze, I'm clearly pregnant, right?
Yep. I'm pregnant all the time.
Yeah, I feel like people are going to be like, I'm going to kind of trip people up when I'm actually, like, when I get pregnant, because I don't drink. So they'll be like, it's a normal day. And my
Sophia,
mom...
are you pregnant?
Pregnant? You don't ever know. And my mom didn't show until like 6 months.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
But did she know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, she didn't.
No, but she didn't like show until like 6 months.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So you don't ever know.
With you and Sam?
I know with Sam. The next day, my mom called me and asked me if there's anything I need to tell her. I hadn't made the connection yet because my skin does look better and I don't like white wine, big whoop, and insisted everything was fine. On New Year's Eve, my grandmother greeted me with a normal hug, then put her hand on my stomach and said, "Before the wedding?" and proceeds to frown. She's old school Catholic. A little later, I asked my mother why my grandmother thinks I'm pregnant, and my mom replied, "You don't have to keep it secret, you know. A mother knows." Well, apparently a mother does not know. I told her I was not, in fact, pregnant, and she gave me that, "Sure, Jan. Look." We got into an argument, and I left early. I was going to have a few sips of champagne at midnight, and because hindsight is always 20/20, I wish I had stayed and done that to show her I'm not knocked up. Honestly, you should just go get a pregnancy test.
Just get a pregnancy test and do it right then and there.
Yeah, do it like at the party and be like, "Here, Mom."
Does it smell like pee?
Since then, I've had a few people, aunts and cousins, text me cryptic messages like they know the secret. Quotes about motherhood, how my fiance will be an amazing father one day, that they hope my niece has a best friend soon, etc. I responded to each of them that they must have texted the wrong person since I'm not pregnant.
No way she just texted everyone, "She's pregnant."
But I hope whoever is looking forward to their bundle of joy. Also, I mean, like, one, just the fact that she is not pregnant and the mom's telling everyone that she's pregnant. But also, if she were pregnant, it would also be a huge violation of her privacy because a lot of people don't talk about pregnancy until a certain, time because it can be very up in the air. There can be complications. And so people don't necessarily say it right away.
I would just start drinking in front of my mom.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, you just start sending everyone who texts you that like a bottle of you drinking wine.
I'm on my, every glass, like a glass.
I'm just so annoyed because I'm not pregnant. I've told my mother I'm not pregnant. Can't I just use a nice moisturizer and not have crappy wine? And even if I were pregnant, that would be my news to share. Exactly. I'm seriously about to throw a vodka and sushi party just to shut everyone up.
Yeah, can I come? Can I come and celebrate with you?
Literally, worst news that I ever found out was that you can't have sushi while you're pregnant.
Nope, no raw
That's
fish.
terrible news.
You can't have raw fish, but you can still have sushi. Cucumber rolls, yeah, well,
That's terrible.
I know.
Like 9 months of my life, I'm not going to be able to have sushi.
Thank God for me.
Comments. Yeah, get out of here.
Sorry to everyone who can't have sushi when they're pregnant.
All the people out there who can't have sushi, I feel bad.
There's a couple other things you can't have.
A lot. Comment one.
We're going to get back to the story, but Sam, you have a copious amount of something.
What, John?
X's.
I have like 4 or 5 or 6.
I heard of 6 with a 0
All
behind
right,
it.
that 60 number, comes from somewhere else.
Where does that come from?
It comes from our OK Storytime membership. membership.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's only $5 a month. So go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Join a club almost as exclusive as Sam's X is. Well, let's get back to the story.
It's very annoying that there are so many things women can't do without people assuming they're pregnant. Comment 2, anytime a relative or family friend calls, answer the phone with, hello, not pregnant Jan speaking. Set your voicemail to, you have reached the phone of not pregnant Jan. If you need to reach me for anything not rumor related, please leave a message after the beep. See if you can set your call to auto reply to texts, auto message, I'm not pregnant. If you're trying to be coy or cute or sly, I am not pregnant. My mother is losing her marbles. Email 2, put the crazy back where it belongs. And update. First off, do you have anything to say?
She's not pregnant.
She's not pregnant, guys. Stop saying she's pregnant.
This is just annoying. I feel like what's the time frame of, was it just one day? It seems like it was just one day.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think OP, the glowing thing.
I would just go back to my mom if I were pregnant. Or, sorry, if I wasn't pregnant.
If I wasn't pregnant.
And I would be just sushi.
Yeah.
Drinking.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm not pregnant.
Just holding a little pregnancy test while you do both of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Update. First off, many thanks for your replies in my previous posts. You all actually helped me to realize this situation isn't actually funny at all and was a betrayal of trust. So I decided I needed to confront my mother about it. So we went to brunch on Saturday and I ordered a mimosa.
Let's go.
Exactly what we said.
Let's go.
The look of horror on her face was priceless. You know how they say when someone passes away, they get images of their life flashing before their eyes? I dearly hope I get to re-experience the look on again when it's my time. After the waitress took our orders, my mother said, "Are you sure you should be drinking that?" I laid it out for her. I'm not pregnant. I have told her multiple times I am not pregnant. I asked her why I would even have a reason to lie about not being pregnant. I also told her that I didn't appreciate her spreading the rumor that I was. She said she didn't, and I asked her why I got texts from family members inferring I was. My mother said she never explicitly told anyone I was pregnant, but a few people noticed I wasn't drinking at Christmas. My mom's reply to them was, I don't know, it's not my place to say. Which I'm betting exactly how I did it.
Yeah, how you did it. You know,
Not my place to say.
You should ask her.
Which is true for sure, but also very misleading. I was like, oh, come on. You know how people would take that. That was such a wink, wink, nudge, nudge response. I told her there are so many other non-misleading responses she could have used. I could have been the designated driver. I don't like white wine. Maybe I just didn't feel like drinking. Maybe it's my recent health punt. Or maybe it's nobody's business.
Bingo.
Apparently, it was my aunt spreading the rumor based on my mother's response as to why I wasn't drinking. I asked my mother why she didn't stop the rumor in its tracks, and her response was, I didn't know for sure you weren't. All the evidence was pointing towards it, and maybe you just didn't want to announce it yet. My mimosa arrived. I chugged it. I told my mother I no longer had an appetite, and I went home. No apology then, no apology yet. My mom texted me last night that one of my favorite singers from the 80s just released a new song, like nothing ever happened. I did not respond. And there is a second update. First off, many thanks for your replies in my previous post. You all actually helped me realize this situation isn't actually funny at all. Oh wait, this is all repeated. But you know what never repeats? Episodes that we release with stories just like this, but not the same stories because they don't repeat. And you can find them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app if you search up OK Storytime.
Yep.
And for some reason that repeated, so that was the end of the story.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts?
Opie's not pregnant.
Opie's not pregnant. Opie handled that very well.
Yeah.
Opie was like, you know what? Not pregnant, not pregnant, not pregnant. Mom, chug.
Yeah.
Boom.
You get no pregnant. You get no pregnant. You get it's just annoying. And again, if people start texting you again, or your family members start texting you, send a picture of you just drinking a glass of wine. I'm at sushi.
Yeah, at sushi, not pregnant.
You don't need to give your mom an apology, but she definitely owes you an apology.
Absolutely. But that is the end of that story.